Hello, hi, good evening. Welcome, Mr. Chakravarti. Thank you so much for joining early. I think your active participation in every session is a motivation not just for me, but for my entire team. And before time, you are here for us today. Thank you so much. Hello, Gurucharan Basiji. I see you today for the first time in this session. Thank you so much for joining today, and I would love to know your feedback for today's session. Please speak to your health coach about this. Hello, Mr. Terkhedkar. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Happy to have you. Hello, Pramod ji. Good evening. How are you? Thank you for joining today's session. Hello, Ajay Kumar ji. Good evening. Yes, I saw you. I'm happy that you're here again this week. Hello, Radha Krishna Shenvi. Thank you so much for joining. I see that you're back after a few weeks. I hope you're back to your routine, and that's why you're here again on the weekend. Looking forward to a great discussion with all of you. Hello, Kali Sharma ji. कैसे हैं आप? I hope your health is good. Yes, आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं एक अमेजिंग हेल्थ जर्नी के बारे में, और मैं आपको सारी डिटेल्स दूंगी शॉर्टली. Hello, Nayan. Good evening. How are you? I hope you are taking enough care of your health. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Hello, Virendra Singh जी. कैसे हैं आप? I hope आपकी blood sugar अभी under control है. Hello, Ashok Das जी. Good evening. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Hello, Jose. Good evening. How are you? Happy to see you back after a break of few weeks. All right. Let's wait for a few more minutes and then start today's discussion. Meanwhile, I would love to know in the chat section what is today's topic and who is this special guest you see on the screen with me. Yes, please drop in your messages in the chat box for us to know that how and what are we going to discuss on today. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. We are very happy to see that most of our users acknowledge and are aware what is today's topic and what is the discussion going to be. Thank you so much for active participation in today's session, and we will have a great discussion and a lot of questions from your end. Looking forward to you all talk out your mind to our special speaker today. All right, without any wait, let me introduce you to our special speaker today, Mr. Guru Lakshna NV. Hello, Mr. Guru. First of all, let me tell you his achievements and what is it that he needs to, why is he here, and what is the purpose of today's discussion. So, congratulations, Mr. Guru. He is the highest achiever for the month of February 2023. He has been constantly working on his health, blood sugars, and ensuring that every single day he is aware and he works on his health parameters, which is the highest motivation for us and for all of his, doctors, family members, and his friends. So let me give you a brief on Mr. Guru's achievements. First of all, at this early age, in late 30s, he has started working on his health. Newly diagnosed as a high blood sugar user, he started working on major parameters where he needs to control. Number one, His fasting blood sugar is now in the range of 120 to 130. Uh, for your information, to all my lovely AccuCheck Wealthy family, he started with around 250 to 300, which is almost half. He has reduced his weight of about 10 to 15 kgs in the period of 6 months. Yes, all through virtual support, virtual help, and a lot of motivation and push from his family, friends, and his own self. Also, he has worked on his post meal blood sugar levels, which were in the range of 300 to 350 mg per dl, and which have come down to 150 to 160 mg per dl. Wow. It's not just motivating for our AccuCheck Wealthy family, but I'm sure to all our health coaches, me and my team. Thank you so much, Guruji, for being an active participant of AccuCheck Wealthy program, following every single bit of what was discussed with you for the past 6 months, working on yourself and ensuring that you come back to us for being the highest achiever for the month of February 2023. I welcome you on behalf of our entire AccuCheck Wealthy family. Welcome, Guruji. Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
And this is too much of a overwhelming welcome, I would say, and I should thank you for that and appreciate your feedback also. I am making note of it. Uh, just to give a background, I work for an organization, a pharmaceutical organization, wherein I was part of the research and development team for an insulin pen only. Basically, I work for a GLP receptor injection pen devices. So I do the design development, and then we release the product in US and Europe for the weight management as well as for the diabetes control. So this is about a little bit about basically I'm a mechanical engineer. Uh, Slowly I moved to pharma industry to give it affordable health. Basically, I am a part of a company wherein we do the generic business part to make the medicines affordable. So that's the reason we are into generic industry. We will give affordable medicines to the people. So this is all about my background, or I would say the career part of it.
Great. Thank you so much for that brief introduction, Mr. Guru. Can you give us some basic on what were your food habits or what was your schedule before you actually came to know that I have been detected as a pre-diabetic, or I have started, neglecting or ignoring my health? So, what was your routine like before?
So it is like, I was a real foodie. I would say there was no restriction on the food. There was no sleeping habits, or there was no timing for the food. Like every day you are saying, suppose 4 meal a day, keeping 4 hours gap. There was no restriction like that. I used to take a lot of bakery items and stuff like that. I used to take a lot of oily foods, sweets. There was no control on the sweets, and also I had a lot of work pressure. I used to work late nights and skipping many of the nights, and while I worked, I used to take the snacks along with me, and I used to eat lot many stuffs together, so that's where it was populating for 1 year, which I was not recognizing at all. From probably from March 2021, it started gathering up. So I wasn't aware that something is adding it to weight, and I was feeling some kind of a weight in my body, and I was feeling a little lazy, or I was not active basically, but I was not realizing that during the course of time. So that's where and I was getting obese day by day, and I was getting often falling into sick, and I was not able to control. I was just thinking why it's happening, continuously, and I am not able to digest properly. I was not feeling hungry, you know. These are the things I was not able to manage on a day to day, and there was no physical activity at all. I would say morning you go to the office, you sit, and you come back in the evening, and again you sit for long hours, and have the food side by side and have it continuously. So this was the schedule, before I started taking care of my health, or after getting, and what was changed later.
Great. Okay. That sounds like you were really busy with your work, and I think sometimes we ignore health
Yes.
when we have family to look after, when we have work to constantly be working on something. So I think mind doesn't go back and think कि health को भी priority बनाना है,
हाँ.
health पे भी काम करना है. So I think that is where it hit you the most, that yes, now it's the time I need to be alert, and that red signal went on. And following question on the same note, how did you come to know that you have diabetes, or what when was the first time you actually encountered that मुझे diabetes है, या मुझे पता चल गया कि I'm a pre-diabetic?
So basically, in our organization, they do this annual health checkup kind of a program wherein they will do the complete body health checkup. जो हम हर साल करते हैं कंपनी में 35 years के बाद एवरी ईयर आपको चेक करना है बॉडी को करके. तो वो
Correct.
लास्ट मार्च 2021 नहीं अप्रैल या मई में किया वो चेकअप. दैट टाइम ओनली मेरा थोड़ा आई साइट का थोड़ा इश्यू था, पावर आ गया था, थोड़ा हेयर लॉसेस भी थोड़ा चालू हो गया था. एंड मैं थोड़ा सोचा था कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रहा है करके. बट वो होने के बाद क्या हुआ कि हेल्थ चेकअप हो गया. उसके बाद 15 दिन में रिपोर्ट आया. तो रिपोर्ट आने के बाद मुझे टिल दैट टाइम आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज HbA1c. So I don't know what is fasting sugar because I never faced this kind of situation earlier. So then that report I took to a doctor in the company only. There is a physical doctor there. It is a dedicated doctor for the employees.
Hmm.
तो वो बताया कि आपका जो HbA1c है ये 12 तक जा रहा है, ये आपको 1 साल से है आपको. तो like that he told. So still I didn't realize what is the meaning of that, what is the quantum of spot it has made to my blood sugar or whatever. तो तब जाके मुझे थोड़ा शक लगा. तो बाद में क्या किया मैंने कि मेरा एक नेटिव में मेरा डॉक्टर है, तो उसको दिखाया. तो उसने बोला कि नहीं, अभी दूसरा रिपोर्ट ले लो एक बार, फिर से कंफर्म करते हैं कि आपको रियली है क्या नहीं, बिफोर वी स्टार्ट एनी मेडिकेशन. तो मैंने फिर से मेरा ब्लड सैंपल्स दिया, फिर से मैंने चेक करवाया, फिर से सेम रिजल्ट आया जो आपने बोला था कि अराउंड 250 to 300, 300 to 350 फॉर दैट. एंड HbA1c जो 11-12 के आसपास जो भी था. तो वो जब टाइम था तब मुझे पता चला कि मैं डायबिटिक हूँ करके उसने डिक्लेयर किया.
Great. Okay. So I think please allow me a minute, Mr. Guru, to talk here. So, for all our AccuCheck Wealthy family, we keep thinking at the back of our mind, I will not get any problem. My family is healthy. Nobody is diabetic in my home. I cannot get diabetes. I just have 4-5 kgs weight. वो तो मैं राइस बंद कर दूंगा, शुगर बंद कर दूंगा, तुरंत उतर जाएगा extra weight. So all of these things are taken very casually, and I think that's the approach we all need to change. It's always good to start your journey as a pre-diabetic. Realize and start with your regular health checkups. I think it's very very important. Guru, I will say, was lucky enough that he had a checkup in his office, and with that, somehow he got to know that he has this condition and this problem. But I think for few of us, especially our female friends who are housewives or who are at home or who are constantly working on supporting their family or who are working in the household, so for all of them, please take yearly routine checkups. It's important. uh, घर में आपको पता नहीं चलेगा unless and until there is very severe condition like a heart attack or a sudden hypoglycemic attack, or you suddenly faint, or there is drastic change in your weight or swelling. There are multiple things which happen in this course of time, and we need to be 100% sure कि हम हमारे health की enough care ले रहे हैं. For all of our users who are already diabetic for quite some time, don't worry. We are here to help you, support you. All you need to do is listen to your team members who are here, and there is a purpose, right? You have started this plan, you have paid X amount of money. So please work on the journey, and we will ensure you this 100% that we will give all the natural support we can. All right. So moving ahead, um, in
Uh,
terms of whatever I discussed.
Sorry,
Yes.
Bapija. Just to add
Sure,
on to
sure.
that, since that you didn't have family member, diabetic, so I just want to add on that actually. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
sure.
very sure that I will not be diabetic because none of my family members had diabetes. That was the wrong notion I had. And to add to that, the periodic check, what you said, I was not doing every year the diabetes check or the periodic check. That's where I fell down, drastically for this diabetes. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, I just want to add that.
Sure, sure. No worries. I think it's important, and coming from somebody like you who has actually had this journey and now has come out of it is very important, because till it doesn't happen to our own self, we don't realize how important it is.
Yes.
So I think it is important for all of us to focus on this. Even if you are not having any symptoms, even if you are not having any problems, checkup won't harm you. Please understand. So I ideally suggest talk to your doctor regarding this. He's the right person to guide you. But for any person who is using the AccuCheck glucometer in association with AccuCheck Wellthy, you need to check your blood sugar at least twice in a week. And if you are not a diabetic and you're using it as a precautionary measure because you're a hypertensive, or because you have some heart condition, or because you have obesity, or you have extreme high weight, and your doctor has suggested you, at least once a week is recommended. All right. And her entire health checkup at least once in a year, okay, is the minimum which is required. All right. Moving ahead, I actually want to know, because I think many of our members will relate to this, what were the real problems or the real things which you were suffering from when you first got diagnosed as a pre-diabetic?
So real problems were like getting the fever or cold and cough very frequently. So this basically I'm saying for my body condition. Basically, this may not be the actual scenario for many of us. Something might
Correct.
be common between the people. So I just want to add that. So apart from that, as I said, eyesight issues. I was getting a lot of headache because of that, and hair loss also started slowly. And apart from that, I was getting hand numbness. So while because of that, sometimes I don't feel it when I pass an oxygen, something like this. So these kind of stuffs I used to feel, and still I was thinking something is fishy because I said, okay, I was keeping hands for a long time. Maybe because of that, I'm getting this kind of numbness, that kind of thing. And overweight, that was one more thing. From Jan 2020 to March, I put up a lot of weight, and I was not feeling hungry at all. Just for the sake of having food, I was having food on that time. Otherwise, there was no interest for having food. It reached to that level. So these are the symptoms, which I attracted. Then I felt, something is going wrong.
Okay. Okay. So I'm sure you must have visited your doctor after this, and doctor must have given you some advice, just to, because we feel whenever, I think our body is the best person to give us signals, and we don't realize it till we actually connect with a medical expert that there is a problem and we really need to work on it and address it. So, Mr. Guru, I would want to know, when you visited your doctor, what was the advice your doctor gave you?
So doctor, so I went to doctor as I told you earlier also. She told me to get checked twice, and I get the reports twice done, and then both of them gave similar results. Then she was sure that I am diabetic and the values are very high. So she got tense, saying, how come you didn't realize you are not seeing your body, or you are not checking your body regularly, so you're not reacting. So then she said, immediately start your medication, and until it comes down to 160 or so, then because she's a homeopathy doctor, she said, I cannot give you any homeopathic medicine. we can start when it can falls below 160 or something. So I can start English medicine, whatever, come down to this and this. And this is one part of it. Then after coming to know, then my family members started approaching many people what to do, what can be done. They gave a lot of these therapies outside, apart from this medication, for the body checkup, some kind of I would say breathing exercises, many of the yoga asanas, whatever you say. They said you do this, you do this, go to some hill station for a week, you take some medication and stuff like that. So I was totally confused what to do because everybody was saying in a different direction, and everybody as and today for the joiners in the call, they're also in the same situation, right? Like what to do. So, like me, there was some people gave some good suggestion because they had some different body issues. So, with that, they were able to cure with that. So, this is the state of mind I was. I don't know what to do for almost 2 months post. I was notified.
Absolutely. When did you feel that it is not going right and something has to be done about my condition? What was the most frustrating part, and when is it that you actually started looking for a solution?
So, okay, this people started giving suggestions now. That is fine. I was just thinking which one to go about. But when I started approaching them, they were not sure. They will say, okay, this might work, but you have to come and join us, something like that. And also my family pressure basically. They are saying you have to do something now. Don't wait just because it is going beyond your control. You're not able to control your health. So start something and just bring it down because family is dependent on me, right? So if I fall sick or something happens, then what to do? So that is the state of mind, and also I was having tremendous pressure in office also that time. So I was not able to concentrate anything that time. This is the state of mind I was, totally confused what to do.
Okay. Okay. So, how did things change for you over a period of time? Because I'm sure that you must have thought about every single detail, and you must have actually thought about a plan that how to go about it, and that is the time when you actually got a connect कि yes मुझे कुछ करना है, and then I'm sure you came across AccuCheck Wealthy and you started your journey. So I would like to know actually, um, how have these things changed for you over a period of time?
So while I was anxious and what to take, I connected many of the colleagues of same age who are diabetic itself, and they were using many of the devices like AccuCheck device, and they were of opinion like this will not give accurate result and all. So many negative plus everything was there. If you hit the YouTube, you'll get many of the reviews. But few of my friends gave a good suggestion and they said, you can also in the online. I was came to know that AccuCheck is a very reliable device, and for many years, few of my friends were using. And they said, please check out this, use for some weeks, and then you can check against the lab and see how accurate the results are. Then you can continue if you want, because the consumers you can buy anytime, right? Device will be there with you forever. So it's up to you how many consumers you want to use and check. So with that, then I thought, okay, let me just try this without having anything. At least in home, I have handy device. I can check anytime. That's a good part of it. I can check in office or I can check in home. So that kind of flexibility I have, and I can record by photo or something. I can make sure I record and I'll manage what was in the morning and after meal and all. So then I said my doctor that I'm not going to take any medication. I'll just see. I'll stop everything what I'm having like junk foods or whatever, and also I'll see how best I can reduce. Then I said okay, I'll go with this device and then I will monitor it and I'll update you as and when there is a change in the values. So when I purchased the device, then I came to know that there is a program called Wellthy Therapeutics and there's a diabetic program. Then I tried to connect with you people, and I explained about my problem, and you said, okay, we have the right solution for you, and we can connect and go on. So that's how we started with journey with you.
Great. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Guru. A disclaimer for all of our AccuCheck Wealthy participants. Mr. Guru was not taking medications because he was detected with blood sugars, high blood sugars, or diabetes only for a period of 3 to 4 weeks. ऐसे नहीं था that he was a diabetic for 10 years, 5 years, 4 years, and he suddenly stopped medication. In the first 4 weeks, within a month, he started taking care. He enrolled for the program and he started his health journey. So please do not stop your medications listening to this. Your doctor is the right person to guide you, okay, on this. Very, very important. A person who is a 10-year diabetic, 15-year diabetic, 5-year diabetic, 3 years diabetic, even somebody who's a 1 month diabetic, if your medications are started, देयर इज अ पर्पस बिहाइंड इट. कोई भी डॉक्टर आपको ऐसे ही नहीं बोलेगा कि ये टैबलेट्स आपको लेना है. सो अगर आपको ये रेकमेंड किया है, प्लीज एंश्योर यू फॉलो द गाइडलाइंस गिवन बाय योर डॉक्टर. ऑलराइट, थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर गुरु फॉर दैट. लेट्स मूव ऑन.
Just I want to
एंड
add one more thing, since you rightly said, even I
श्योर
forgot to mention that.
श्योर.
So, since I didn't started any medication, so I didn't took. As you rightly said, if you are already in the program or you're taking medicine, please don't stop that. I just want to add to that. I
Sure.
missed that.
Thank you
Sorry.
so much.
Thanks for being
No
involved.
worries, no worries. Thank you, Mr. Guru. The next thing I want to discuss with you is managing your diabetes. Was it easier before starting a virtual journey, or is it easier now?
So managing diabetes, literally, it was not possible for me before because after I joined program only, I came to know, what is how to manage the health or how to manage your daily routine or your activities or the food intake. So this was, initially I was in the mind state of mind that just uh, have controlled food, you'll be able to manage, or have reduced food, you can manage. No, not at all. You need to have a diet plan. You should stick to it, connect with your health coach. So in this case, I'll thank Shalini because she was regularly following it up with me, and she made sure I follow the health plans or whatever she suggested, and she used to follow up because we connect every day and then we check the progress. So that's where I was able to manage properly, and with the knowledge of a health coach, uh, it was easy for me to take care of later part after I joined the program. Before it was like I was nowhere what to take. I stopped taking sugar, but it was not helping at all. Just by stop taking sugar, you kind of think that I'm going to reduce my blood sugar level. So there are many aspects of it which we need to take it forward, and along with your health coach, definitely they will help you because every day they will check you your body status and say what is happening, and based on they will suggest. So these are the add-ons you will get it when you are part of the program, and that will really help you to manage. So past 6 7 months, whatever been interacting, it really helped me, and we both are connected. And I am also honest with her. That is the main reason for her to suggest the right diet for weekly or whatever.
Great, absolutely. I think we or our team can just tell you what to do, but the actual person who's going to work on the health parameters is you. We can curate a plan for you, we can curate a customized approach, but the person who's eventually going to work is you, your own self. And we will be 100% available to help, motivate, and guide you. All right, so moving ahead, what changes have you made? Because I'm sure many of our AccuCheck members are very eagerly waiting for this question. What changes have you made to your diet and lifestyle that has helped you reduce your blood sugar, weight, and all of these parameters so wonderfully?
So I'll begin, like for throughout the, I'll start from the morning itself. Like what sort of, how much water you should intake before you take any food, or some kind of soaked seed, what kind of soaked seed you need to take. So it starts from there. Okay. Then after that, what sort of salads you need to include before every meal, and morning what kind of breakfast you can have, what kind of, how much of fat you can include, basically the good fats, and sorry, what are the fruits can be taken, or between the breakfast and the lunch there is a gap, more gap, than what kind of dry fruit or something you can intake. So these are the some of the things which really help me. Also, apart from that, kind of exercise I need to have after every meal. Suppose, for example, for me, if I am walking for 15 minutes, what change I should make every day, or if the sugar levels are not reducing. So if she may say that, okay, instead of walking, normal walking, you can do just a brisk walking, or she will say go to sunlight and walk for some time. So these are the kind of changes I adopted. And also I made sure that, in a daily basis, I should walk for at least 20 minutes after every meal. So that has really helped me. And also in the night, I used to take a little more food. So I avoided that and I added more salads and less food, the regular food. So which really helped me to get very good sleep, basically. And and one more point I want to add is, after taking less food in the night, I was getting very good sleep, and also digestion system improved. So some of the points are really good, and I appreciate that for the input.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Guru. For all of our AccuCheck Wealthy family, nowhere have we suggested any supplements. Nowhere did we suggest any medication. We did not promote any protein powders, any kind of multivitamins or anything. Whatever Mr. Guru has done is 100% natural, with all the foods easily available at home. क्योंकि काफी सारे लोग हैं हमको ये बोलते हैं कि मैं प्रोग्राम तो खरीद लूंगा, बट expensive food items I cannot purchase, things like olive oil or say avocados or kiwis. All of these things are very expensive in the market, and we realize that, and because of this we always listen what is your current routine, what is your current lifestyle pattern, and based on that we modify. अगर आप already banana, apple, pear ऐसे normal fruits खा रहे हैं, तो we will suggest alternatives for that, and we won't directly take you to a zucchini or a avocado, or just eating brown bread and put you on a strict soup diet or just a liquid diet. No, all of these things would not be done. You can, the good part about our program is you can eat rice, you can eat rotis, you can eat fried snacks, you can eat sweet preparations, when to eat, how to eat, and what needs to be complemented with that is what me and my team teach you as a part of this program, which is very, very essential and important to know. The goal is not to kill your cravings, the goal is not to restrict you from eating or consuming something. The goal is to ensure that you live a happy and a healthy life. All right. With on this note, Mr. Guru, I would love to know about you on this.
Yeah, see, just to add to that point also, I used to say, no, this is what is available. Or Shalini used to ask me, okay, I want to give you some food preparation. Is these things are available with you? So she used to confirm and say, okay, this is the best thing. You can try it out, because any festival comes, we used to have a lot of sweets or something like that, right? She will suggest them alternative, and which is good. And she will say, okay, you can use your home essentials, whatever is there, and prepare out of it. So that was one good part, I suggest. And also she will say, she will never say that, okay, you have to stop eat everything. So I still now I am taking my regular food also. I never stop taking rice or something, because I'm a South Indian. So I love rice. I cannot stop eating rice. Okay. So only thing is I reduce the quantity. I include some salads. So that's how. Whenever I want to have some sweets, so then I'll update Shalini and say, okay, these are. Then she said, okay, no worries, we'll control it. So tomorrow you start with this, or you avoid some rice and include something like dry fruits or something, and just to avoid sugar craving or something like that. So that's how we collaborate, and then make sure, my food or my likes, what I want to have, I still have it. Yet I manage with the program and I control my diet. So that's how these two are balanced.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing your real life scenario with us, Guruji. Next thing, I can see you're so much motivated even now. I think after more 6 months, you'll come back to me saying that I'm the highest achiever for the year, and we need to have a great discussion again. And we will be happy to host you. But what is it that motivates you so much? What is your main motivation, or working around these things?
So I wasn't aware before I joined this program, health, how much health is important and how should I manage it. So after I joined this program, I came to know that, even before I jump into that, now I reduced my weight, so I'm very active. So I'm able to do more work than what I was doing before. Okay. So this gave me really boost, saying that okay, मैंने weight reduce किया, मैंने sugar reduce किया. So now 6 महीना जो मैंने जो real struggle किया, not to have any kind of sugar or something like that. Now after January, I'm able to take many of the things which I want. Still, I can do my exercise and stuff like that. So then I felt, I have to continue this journey because I don't want to go back to the journey of last year again, you know. So that's when I said, okay, I'll keep my motivation on. I'll do my regular exercise. I will follow this diet plan forever. Because ऐसा नहीं है कि एक बार किया कम हो गया फिर से मैंने छोड़ दिया एंड आई बैक टू माय ओल्ड ट्रैक सो ऐसा तो होगा ही नहीं तो आई हैव टू बी ऑन द सेम ट्रैक बिकॉज अब लास्ट ईयर में जो काम कर रहा था उससे दुगना काम कर पा रहा हूँ I'm falling less stressful now because I'm following that and I'm having good sleep also every day. So
Hmm.
तो इसलिए motivated हूँ कि I don't want to go back to my old phase of life.
Absolutely. I'm sure there are a lot of contributors in this health journey. So, who has helped you, work on your health so much? We would love to know.
Yeah. So to be honest, both my family and of course I would thank Shalini also, our health coach. So both contributed 50%, I would say, because whatever Shalini suggests, my wife will take that as positively and she'll prepare and she'll provide. And
Correct.
so if both go hand in only, then we can clap, right? So that's where. So she
Right.
also believed in the program and she really told her, I have to follow this, whatever she says, you follow, and then I'll be there for sure. And I'll make sure, whatever she says, I'll help you in that. So by that way, and she motivated also. Don't worry, we will blindly follow and we will be able to manage. So that's what gave me the fruitful result now. And I'm thankful both Shalini and my wife also for that.
Great. Great. What role have each of them played, in this routine? We would love to know.
Okay. So initially I didn't had any clear direction, right? So after I joined program with the coach, Shalini basically, uh, I got a clear direction, what needs to be done, what their plan needs to be followed, and daily routine in the office, what I can do, what I can avoid in the office, and food habits, and if I go to any function or I'm traveling, what sort of food I can avoid and what I can take along so that I can avoid the junk foods there or try to avoid. Like
Hmm.
if there is a function, you'll be a lot of junk foods, right? She used to say, okay, take some dry fruits and have some water. By then your stomach is almost full, so you will not be taking the junky foods. So something like this. So these kind of inputs, really help. And of course, the kind of food we can prepare in home itself. I don't have to bring anything extra.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that is the main point where I was not, or I didn't struggle much to prepare, and I followed that. A lot of the pulses with that only. She gave a lot of ingredients or the dishes, and I converted them from a regular dish to that, and I'm able to manage that. This is from the health coach perspective. So when it comes to my wife, so what she did is okay. Shani gave all those things.
Hmm.
How will I follow? Because I have a regular office routine and all, right? Somebody to take care at home and make sure I follow that and eat the right thing. So she made sure that she prepares everything on time and then she makes sure that I follow the diet whatever is suggested and then
Great.
Yeah. So that's where they, and I don't miss it every day. And if there is a check needs to be done on every Saturday, Sunday, or something like that, she ensures that, you please check and post it on the app. She always tells me, please check your weight, it's almost a week now, why you didn't check weight? At least you convey the thing to Shalini so that she will give some suggestion or something like that. So by then, that's how she reminded also to keep track of my activities also. Yeah.
Great. All right. Can you describe your experience with the Wealthy Care app in managing your overall health journey?
Okay, so before this app, there is nothing like, you can keep your stuff there, and whenever you want to visualize or trace back, you don't have anything with you in your app. So after I joined this program, and they gave this app, and with this app, I can keep track of all my activities, including my physical activities. It will sync with your uh, uh, tracking app, like your fitness app or whatever, and through that you will come to know how many minutes you have worked out for a day, how many calories you have burned, you know that kind of thing, and it will give some reminders if you're not water, if you're not drink water, or how much of glasses you have drink. So those kind of settings you can do and you can manage. That is one. And so all the food intake I do. So I usually manage. I add those food details in on a day-to-day basis. So they're all linked, and I can check what I took in the last week and what I can take now, and all those things. It is visible rightly, and the weight information, HbA1c, the pre and post meal sugar values. So all those things are handy. And when I enter the values, it will always compare with the earlier 2 weeks values and say how good I am or how bad I am, and what best can be done to control the sugar values or the weight also. So those kind of ready feedbacks also all with the app. That is one good part of it. And also there is a coach section where I can connect with Shalini often. I can chat with her, and those chat messages are there always. I can refer anytime. For example, I'm using some a dietary plan or some kind of food recipe she has provided. I just want to remind and go back and check. So that is already there. I can go and check that, and I can do that again. Or if she has suggested some exercise for this, or she has suggested some nuts to be taken. So those information are already readily available. So I can go back and check and again continue from there. That is one that. And all the intakes, what I do, so I can keep track in that. So these, I mean, there are many. As I'm just giving a gist of
Hmm. Hmm. Correct, correct.
good things about the app.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much, Guruji. I think you have really studied the app in detail, and this can only come when you use it on a every single day basis, and you keep on checking the new things which we are trying to build in for all our users. So, just for the information for all of our members, AccuCheck Wealthy is going to come up with a lot of disease conditions. We currently have diabetes management, weight loss management, hormonal management, cardiovascular health, hypertensive health, and all of these lifestyle modification journeys available for our users. Any of your friend, family, relatives are looking for a solution, please reach out to your health coach and they'll definitely help you out. Diabetes and weight loss is our prime focus, prime goal. But yes, we are on a holistic mission to work on all the health conditions which can be treated virtually. On this note, Mr. Guru, I would love to know, because I think that's the whole intention of this session. What are the best five suggestions you will give to our AccuCheck Wealthy members? What you followed and what you adapted in your journey for the last 6 months with us?
So one thing is you have to make up your mind, and this is not like not curable. Just think that you follow the right diet, and also nothing is impossible, right? So that's what we have to make that. अरे मुझे ये आ गया, मैं अभी क्या करूंगा, तो वैसा सोचना ही नहीं है, because I was in the same state of mind. That's why I'm telling you, to be honest.
Correct,
And
correct.
also with the Wealthy Care app, you will be definitely getting benefited, you know, and you are able to manage your sugar, your diet plan, everything on time, and just with the matter of 6 months, I am able to control, with the help of this diabetic program. So
Hmm.
I'm sure that it will help everyone because it's an individual care what they take. It's not a generic plan where they will mention in a chart and everybody follows that. No, because they gave individual care and they will give the individual plan and they will make sure they track with you and you also check with them. That's how you do. So that is one. And I would say that you start from today only. That's what I say. Never let start from today only and then continuous journey from here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Mr. Guru. If you have to give one easy takeaway for all of our AccuCheck members, everybody who is trying to be better, trying to be motivated, trying to work on their health, trying to work on their condition, what would be that one thing you want everybody to follow from today?
So see, we should never be lazy. So that's what I was before. Every time I think that, अरे आज मुझे walk नहीं करना है, आज थोड़ा extra कर लो. But be sure that you whatever intake you do the right exercise there itself. You burn it out. It's never if you accumulate, it is not going to happen. So be sure, and also the sleep habit. I'm telling you repeatedly because even if was following diet, I was not able to control my sugar. So sleep timing जो है वो बहुत बहुत जरूरी है. तो जो 9 to 5 जो पीरियड है रात का that I followed that really helped me almost 30% of my controlling the sugar level. So अच्छे से सोना is very good and before that 3 hours जो मील का जो गैप है that also हमको फॉलो करना है. ये थोड़ा 3 4 हम संभालेंगे ना तो we'll be able to manage our health very good and also of course weight for sure.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think every single day, even if you walk for 10 minutes to start with, it's a good start. So start something today. If you have not already enrolled for a program, please speak to your health coach. She will guide you on what are the next steps. But mm, overall, Mr. Guru, it was great connecting with you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Let us see what are the questions our AccuCheck Wealthy family has posted for you to understand on your condition.
And just to add Vrituja, because I started this walking and all in my office, right?
Hmm, hmm.
So almost 10 people started joining me just by getting motivated and they said okay it's good
Great.
that I started and I'm following you something like that. So yeah, thank you.
Great. I think that's why all of us are here, and we have such a large audience who has come to just meet you, see your progress, and understand your health journey. So let us go to their questions.
Okay.
So they are saying, has your doctor stopped your medications now? If you could update on your medication information.
So as me and Rutuja said earlier also, so I was able to start medication, but then I said I will completely control my food, and I joined this program also together. That's the reason, and it was not too late for me. It's not like I have diabetes for many years. It was only for the few months I had. So that's the reason I didn't took any medication as such, but I had complete control of my food intake. Sugar I complete for almost 3 months. I didn't took any sugar at all, not even a single pinch. So I completely stopped taking additional rice. I take only brown rice kind of thing. That's how I was able to manage. But those 3 months were really horrible. So I cannot go to any functions. Those were the things. So I didn't took the medication as such. So yeah. I hope I was able to answer that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think self control and motivation is the first step. तो अगर आप इंसुलिन ले रहे हैं तो ऐसे मत सोचना कि अरे बाप रे अभी तो देर इज नो होप फॉर मी बिकॉज आई एम ऑन इंसुलिन. Insulin can eventually come to tablets. Tablets can eventually come to half the dosage. Half the dosage can eventually come to reversal. So let us identify which step you are on, and based on that, we can work on your journey. So please ensure आप 100% जो भी आपके हेल्थ कोच आपको बता रहे हैं वो आप फॉलो करें. जस्ट फॉर ऑल ऑफ योर इंफॉर्मेशन, इट इज, आपको ऐसे लग रहा है मेरी हेल्थ कोच मुझसे कनेक्ट कर रही है, but it's not just the health coach who is behind all of this entire journey. We have a team of about 250 people who are constantly working on giving constant support, access, knowledge building, creating customized journeys for our users, who work day and night to ensure that what are your requirements and are they taken care of. So there is a team of 250 people who's working on this, and not just your one health coach. Maybe the person who's conveying it to you is your health coach, but there are a lot of things which actually help around customizing individual journey. So please take the suggestions seriously. Take them at least up to 70 to 80%. Even me and my team are aware that everybody cannot follow 100%, and that's why always the targets are given 125%, assuming that everyone will not follow 100%. And then even if you all follow till 80%, we still achieve the desired target or the focus which is planned for each one of you individually. I hope you all are working on your health journey. We wish you luck, Mr. Guru. And with this, let's move to the next question. So there are few members who are asking us that you have lost 10 to 12 to 15 kgs in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Was it a strenuous exercise? What kind of exercises did you do? Was it gym, yoga, a trainer, or what exactly did you do which helped you lose 10 to 15 kgs of weight?
So it is just, okay, to be simple, I put it in 3, 4 points. I included salad in every meal for the lunch and the dinner, and I reduced the amount of rice used to take. That is one part. And after every meal, like Uzaja said, I used to follow at least 20 minutes walk every day without stopping for a single day, and that was the good part of it. And I used to take a lot of water because she told me to take at least 3 liters of water a day, and I followed that. With this, I was able to manage, and I used to walk almost 10 kilometers a day together for almost 3, 4 months. And I didn't do any hectic exercise or going to gym, or I didn't do any plan other than this. So I just managed to walk. By walk only, I was able to reduce this. Also for the food intake control. So with that, I
Okay.
was.
Okay, thank you so much. So, just for all of our AccuCheck Wealthy family, if you listen to this carefully, there is not a drastic change which is done. Small steps are taken every single day, and that has eventually been followed for 6 months and has helped him reach to the stage he is where today. Don't worry, don't lose hope. We are here to help you. Even if you're taking insulin 3 times a day, that can be reduced. Believe me, we have seen cases who have had extreme blood sugars in the range of 500 plus, and we have worked on their health journeys and we have helped them कम बैक टू नॉर्मल. मैं ऐसे नहीं कहूंगी कि पूरा रिवर्स हो जाएगा, बट डेफिनेटली यू विल फील बेटर देन व्हाट यू आर करंटली. All right. On this note, Mr. Guru, few of our users are eager to know what did your doctor say after you took the results to your doctor after a period of 5 to 6 months. So, what was your doctor's feedback on the results which you have achieved?
So definitely she was shocked, and she asked me to say, go and check with my lab and come back. I don't want to, because I was showing this check results and then did lab also. She said, go back and check in your my lab and confirm. So then she was really astonished, and she asked me really, how come you're able to manage without medication? So it's a really tough time for you, I know, but you really manage that. You're able to control your food intake, and you're managing the physical exercise also. And she gave kudos for that also, because whatever patients came to her without medication, they were not able to come down below 150 or 140, whatever. So she was really surprised with that. And also she said that, because I was honest with Shalini. So to all users, what I want to say is, Whatever the situation, be honest with your health coach. If you tell lie, then we are not going to succeed together, because based on whatever input you give, she is going to suggest something, right? So if you are not honest, then we may not. It will not be a win-win situation for both of us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for answering that, Mr. Guru. We have a lot of questions, but I'm trying to merge them so
Yeah.
that we can discuss all of them together. So, there is a question which says that you have been constantly saying that sleep plays a very important role and sleep is essential. So, can you give some details on how sleep improved your control on stress and control on blood sugar levels?
Because as I told you earlier, in the year 2021, I was having a lot of work pressure releases and all. I never used to sleep on time. I used to sleep post 12 a.m. And since I used to travel long and the early mornings, I used to wake up at 5 o'clock. So what happens during that time? The major digestion happens between 9 and 4, whatever the time is there. That got slipped, and I used to have late dinners after 10 or 11. Then I used to work, and the body rest was not there, and you will have indigestion. You will have a lot of sugar related or fever and all started coming in. I had a lot of cold and cough continuously coming in, you know. And when I started with having the right control, like before 7:30, I started having dinner, and I made sure I sleep before 10. So when I started with that kind of a routine, I only came to know, the digestion, or I used to wake up morning fresh. Otherwise, what used to happen in the morning 5 o'clock, when the alarm buzzers, then I am not able to wake up just because I have to follow the routine. I used to go to the office. But once I started following that, it really helped me. I used to wake up myself. I don't need an alarm because I'm sleeping at the right time, and I'm having the food at least 3 hours before the sleep time. Because I faced earlier, and now I am after that I'm able to control the sugar, which means what, you have to follow the time for all, even for the not only for the night, even for the afternoon and the morning. If you're having some 8 o'clock breakfast and 12 o'clock lunch, please follow that every day, each and every day. It's not that I do for the 3 days and I can have anytime lunch or dinner. So with all three meals and the sleep together only, you're able to achieve the diet, I would say.
Absolutely. Wow, what a great discussion, Mr. Guru. Thank you so much for your time today. All our users are overwhelmed and are happy to meet you today. Me and my team are grateful that we have such good users who actually follow the entire plan 100%. Now, me and my team have to think two times when we give you some customized journey, because we know that everything is followed from start to the end, and there is no chance to keep that 20% bandwidth, that this won't be done. So great to have you as a part of the AccuCheck Wealthy family. We are glad and happy to have you as the highest achiever for the month of February 2023. Just to highlight again for all of our AccuCheck Wealthy family, 15 kgs of weight loss in a period of 6 months, fasting blood sugar from 250 to 110 to 120, post meal blood sugars from 280 to 300 to drastically 150 to 140 mg per dl. uh, Extreme change in lifestyle, motivation, and behavior, increased energy levels, stamina, reduce stress, good sleeping pattern, all of this just in a period of 6 months of constant, motivated, connecting to the coach, and improved user journey. All of this has been achieved by the same simple person whom we look at on the screen currently, Mr. Guru Lakshan NV. Thank you so much for being a part of today's session. We are happy to have you, and I'm sure in next 6 months you already have a goal in your mind to achieve for the 1 year you are with us. We will be happy to have you on a continued journey with us. Meanwhile, it was great connecting with you. Thank you so much for giving your time today. And in case if you have any last notes for our Akichek Wealthy family.
See, it's not only about my strict routine or whatever. Even you guys supported a lot, right? It's like a family. We talk each other and you understand our problem. That's where we win the situation. So that's one add-on with this team. So that's where I am really thankful to you because whatever I am today, it's because of your inputs only. So great teamwork with the Giant team.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Guru. And on this note, for all our Akichek Wealthy family, next week we are coming up with a special session on new speaker and a lot of knowledge sharing for diabetes. Please speak to your coaches to know more. What is it planned for next week? As promised, I am getting every week on week a new session, new set of information and new changes for all of you. I hope all of you are adhering to the journey. All of you are working on your health. It is important to take one step at a time. It's weekend, relax, de-stress, and work on spending some good time with your family. We will connect with you again next week. Till then, take care of your health. Bye bye.
Happy weekend to all. Bye bye.
Thank you.